Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel Quest for Knowledge. So today we are going to learn class 12 history 4.2 The Rise of New Religions 10 mark question and answer that is all about the life and teachings of Gautama Buddha. So here is a point wise explanation made easy for you all. Answer the following in 30 to 40 sentences. So the question is sketch the life and teachings of Buddha. Answer Life of Buddha. The first point is Gautama Buddha was the founder of Buddhism. So Gautama Buddha was the founder of the religion Buddhism. He was born at Lumbini Garden in 583 BCE. So Gautama Buddha was born at Lumbini Garden in 583 BCE before Common Era. His early name was Siddhartha. Gautama Buddha's early name was Siddhartha. His parents were King Shuddhodana and Queen Maya Devi. So his parents were King Shuddhodana and Queen Maya Devi. Maya Devi died when Siddhartha was a child of 7 days. So, Maya Devi, Siddhartha's mother, died when he was a child of 7 days. He was brought up by his aunt Mahaprajapati Gautami. So, Siddhartha Gautama Buddha was brought up by his aunt Mahaprajapati Gautami. Siddhartha was brought up in great luxury. So, Siddhartha had a great luxurious life. He was brought up in a great luxury. He was married to Princess Yashodhara at the age of 16. So Siddhartha Gautama Buddha was married to Princess Yashodhara at the age of 16. His son was named as Rahula. So Siddhartha's son was named as Rahula. One day Siddhartha wandered out of the palace and he saw an old man, a sick man, a funeral procession and a sage. So, a funeral procession is also known as funeral cottage. This is actually a traditional and respectful way to send the loved one off on their final journey. So, one day when Siddhartha went out of the palace, he saw an old man, a sick man, and a funeral procession and a sage. Siddhartha saw only sorrows and sufferings in the first three scenes, and he found the happiness in the fourth, that is, a sage who had renounced the worldly life. So, Siddhartha saw only sorrows, sadness, and sufferings in the first three scenes, that is, an old man, a sick man, and a funeral procession. And he found the happiness in the fourth scene, that is, a sage who had renounced, who has given up the worldly life. Next is these four sides affected the young life of Siddhartha. So these four sides affected the life of Siddhartha. Therefore, he decided to give up on the worldly life. He renounced his wife, child, parents, and the kingdom to find out the root cause for all the sorrows. So Siddhartha decided to renounce the worldly life, to give up on the worldly life. He renounced his wife, his child, parents, and the kingdom to find out the root cause, to find out the main cause for all the sorrows. This event is known as the Great Renunciation. So, this event was called as Great Renunciation. Is called as the Great Renunciation. Next is Siddhartha spent the life of wandering ascetic. So, wandering ascetic is a person who renounces the world and wanders often as a part of religious practice. So, Siddhartha spent his life as a wandering ascetic. He attained enlightenment under a peepal tree at Bodh Gaya at the age of 35. So he attained enlightenment. Enlightenment is the state of having knowledge or understanding. So he attained enlightenment under a peepal tree at Bodh Gaya at the age of 35. He then onwards came to be known as Buddha, meaning the enlightenment one. He was also called Tathagata, meaning one who has realized the truth. So, after this, he came to be known as Buddha, meaning the enlightenment one. He was also called as Tathagata, This means the one who has realized the truth. Next is the religion he found came to be known as Buddhism. So, the religion which Siddhartha Gautama Buddha found came to be known as Buddhism. He proceeded to Deer Park near Sarnath and delivered his first sermon. Sermon is the religious speech. So he went to Deer Park near Sarnath, and there he gave his first religious speech. This was called as Dharma Chakra Parivartana, or turning of the wheel of Dharma. So this was called as Dharma Chakra Parivartana, or the turning of the wheel of Dharma, that is law. Next is Dharma Chakra is the symbol of Buddhism. So the symbol of Buddhism is Dharma Chakra. For around 45 years, Gautama Buddha roamed around teaching his principles. So around 45 years, Gautama Buddha roamed and he preached his principles. His simple teachings attracted people towards Buddhism. So his simple teachings attracted many people towards Buddhism. Buddha attained parinirvana at Kushinagara in UP at the age of 80. So Buddha attained death at Kushinagara in UP at the age of 80. Edwin Arnold called him the light of Asia. So Edwin Arnold called Buddha as the light of Asia. Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and death were on the full moon day. So Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and death were all on the full moon day. His birthday is famous as Buddha Purnima. So Gautam Buddha's birthday is famous as Buddha Purnima. Teachings of Buddha. Buddha preached his followers four basic principles, and the four basic principles are Satya, that is truth, Ahimsa, that is non-violence, Astheya, that is non-stealing, Brahmacharya, that is chastity, that is renunciation of marriage. He also preached four noble truths. They are worldly life is full of sorrow. So the worldly life is full of sadness. Desire is the root cause of all sorrows. So the desires are the root cause of all the sorrows. Sorrow can be conquered by conquering desire. So sorrows can be overcome by conquering the desires, by having control on the desires. Desire can be conquered by following the eightfold paths, Astanga Marga. So desires can be conquered, can be overcome by following the eightfold paths of Astanga Marga. So here are the eightfold paths of Astanga Marga. Astanga Marga consists of right faith, right thought, right speech, right conduct, right effort, right meditation, right livelihood, right mindfulness. Buddha gave importance to conduct. So, conduct here is manner or behavior of a person at a particular place or a situation, and not to rituals and sacrifices. So, Buddha gave importance to conduct, that is, manner or behavior of a person, and not to rituals and sacrifices. He opposed caste system. He was against caste system and he advocated equality. He gave importance to ahimsa. He didn't refer to God. Buddha was not referred to God. Buddha admitted men and women of all castes into the sangha. So sangha in Buddhism it includes monks and nuns. He didn't refer to God. Buddha admitted men and women of all castes into sangha. That is, it includes monks and nuns. I hope this helps. Thank you for watching. Like, share and subscribe.